Alright then, Spartans. Get ready for Bungie Gaming 348 Spilty Box. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna have a little bit of a reminisce thinking about the old,
Oh no!
Halo. Cause I'm an old fart. I got an Xbox when it came out, and obviously, if you had an Xbox, you had Halo, and if you had it, you played it. So even if like you weren't really that fussed with Halo, you played Halo 1 to 3, essentially. Um, so yeah, I don't dislike them. I quite enjoyed them actually. I have a lot of fond memories, particularly of Halo 1 and 2. 3, since it was 360, I was sort of starting to be like, this is getting a bit sloppy, I kind of don't care anymore. But the fondest memories I have of 1 and 2 were, playing with high school friends and even when not playing with high school friends, not doing the shitty Xbox Live death matches that you're all thinking like, oh, Big Chungus, I loved Halo 2 Xbox Live. No, I'm talking about primarily this was all done during LAN or split screen even. But when you do like grenade jumping and putting grenades under warthogs to make them go flying, get someone sitting in it whilst flying or whatever, and like jumping, getting out of bounds in the map and shit, like that stuff was so fucking fun and so rad. And I probably couldn't do it, but I can still remember to this day in Halo 2, just a bit out of the starting section when there's like an outdoor space walk section. There's a part where if you have two people and you like jump on each other's shoulders and shit, you can get up past some terrain, and then you can grenade jump up onto the exterior of the ship from there, which is so fucking rad. Because you can tell they didn't put invisible collision there because they just either didn't expect or were not really caring that people might get out of bounds. And thank fucking God they didn't put invisible barriers there, because if there were invisible walls there, I wouldn't be having this wonderful, reminiscing, nostalgia thought about spending hours and hours with my mates back in the day. Probably even split screen, so you could barely even fucking see a thing in your tiny little corner of the screen, you know what I'm saying? Chucking grenades at each other and trying to jump around. Like you chuck the grenade and you're like, 3, 2, 1, hey, jump, go! Like, yeah. So, invisible walls from developers. This wasn't the intention of the video. It is going to be more about Halo in a second. Just, give me a second. I'm reminiscing on something that was fun. Um, if you had invisible barriers, one, they're intentional, an intentional killjoy. And for what? So people can't go out of bounds in your map and see your unfinished assets. Like the invisible walls ever fucking worked. Emil and Todd, eh? From fucking ever since fucking Oblivion, people have just straight up, the first mod ever released as soon as the game is out has always been like, oh, a 1 kilobyte file that just disables the invisible barriers at the edge of the map. And for what? Like, why even put them in there? It's literally like, as I'm trying to demonstrate with this explanation, if you didn't put them in there, as in you could have saved yourself some work, Emil, you could have kept it a bit simple and cut another corner. Um, if they didn't put invisible barriers in there, people probably would have had better and more interesting stories, like player experience stories to tell about when they either intentionally or no, like, got out of bounds and how that made them like either confused or like made them laugh heaps or something. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that out the way, 5 minutes in now, the intention of this video was... God, people glaze Halo, fucking unmerciful. And I think it's primarily the people what are doing the glazing and then upvoting the glazers, etc, etc. They are console baby. So Halo schuut is all they have ever known. Or if they think they're really like in the know and le-based, they'll say like, oh, actually, it wasn't Halo that invented the FPS genre, it was GoldenEye 64. And then these sorts of people are like, oh my god, guys, I'm so seriously. Like, Halo just is one of the biggest definitive gaming, not only gaming, but series, franchises, one of the most important things, like, to all mankind. And isn't Halo great? Isn't Halo 1 still just a timeless masterpiece? Isn't it like you can just put it on now and you couldn't even tell? You couldn't even tell it was a game from 2001 that started out clearly as a RTS game, that then they did a first-person camera, but then they didn't change any of their maps or map design, so you're walking on an open, barren, nothing fucking map full of empty nothing for the vast majority of your playtime. But, you know, they're timeless games, you know, especially that first one. Whoa, yeah, what a definitive, not just to gaming or FPS, just a definitive piece of media, you know. So that's what these people are like, and it drives me fucking mental. Because I think, like I'm saying, like, these people have to be console babies. What never played a boom shoot until CV invented the term. So let's dig in, eh? Turns out Halo 2001 is pretty good. Patient game was supposed to 2 years ago. There's games that offer vicarious enjoyment and games that don't. My girlfriend loves it when I play RDR2 in the background. I don't fucking care, bro. I'm playing Halo 1 on the 360. Does your girlfriend love it? Actually, when I said Halo 1, I lied. Why am I reading this thread then? I'm playing the Anniversary Edition. Oh, don't try and be smarmy, like, we're not all your girlfriend and are impressed with your shit, like, bruh. We get it. Everyone who's posted on this subreddit has been posting about the Master Chief Collection. Like, it's fine, don't worry about it. Halo doesn't feel old. What staggers me about Halo is that it doesn't feel old at all. In fact, it somehow feels more modern to play than a beloved shooter of mine. Shit.
Oh dear! No! Stop that!
And there's more going on in the level design department. Oh, hey, it's a big words. Halo's strength is, for a large part, how it marries its extremely gamey level design. You mean barren, overly large RTS maps? With a believable story. With the narrative device of the ring world itself. I don't think they really do much with the ring world idea as a concept. They just, like, they did it for the name, basically. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I was about to shit bricks at what you just said. Yeah, exactly. Halo, like, just yet another thing. Especially at the time that Halo came out. Physics, ragdolls, my dude. Halo 1's fucking physics and ragdolls suck ass. And that's a wonderful physicality. Oh, it's everything. The combat's so damn alive. Yeah, like the fair AI, am I right, Big Chungus? It's like it's as if Halo was an immersive sim, one that is focused entirely on combat.
Oh no!
It's kind of not an immersive sim, then, is it? There's so many webs of behaviors and response. Way more than in modern military shooters, for example. Grunts who panic and run when you kill their elite. Elites who go berserk and charge at you when you damage them enough. Marines go up to dead enemies and shoot them again to make sure. Those shield aliens may panic and run. Anyway, so yeah, that's just example one of what I'm talking about. Halo C was a trip down memory lane. It's one of the first games I remember playing. When I finally got PC, I was disappointed they stopped releasing them for PC later on. No, they didn't. Halo 2 came out, and then they wanted you to buy a 360 for Halo 3, but then in less than a decade they relented and put it on PC. Master Chief Collection. I am happy to say it stand up to my memory. Studio does great job. It is good shoot game. Oh, and yeah, here we go. Here's the other thing that they always say and how you can tell it's a console baby's opinion. The first time you encounter the flood, oh, so spooky, the flood, or the time when you rush through the library, it is a very good game design map, so spooky. With all the flood, spooky zombies, we try to get to and bring back fond memory of time when I first started to play game. I'm just glad that game could play such to me and many games thereafter. So yeah, finally playing Halo 11 months ago. It's so great. Friends show me you can get Halo on Steam, so I could play it on the gaming computer I just built. Alright then, no need to flex. They have this bundle called the Master Chief Collection. Really? I've never heard of it. And basically you get all Halo games, and the earlier ones have updated graphics. Really? Wow. No, I've never heard of such a thing. This was kind of cool to learn about for me, because a big part of why I'm considered a patient is that I haven't been in a position to really get into gaming for most of my adult life until now, but I always wanted to play Halo after hearing so many talk about how much they love it and how it's such a good game. My first impressions are it's just a total absolute blast, my dudes. I just can't speak to the story yet. I've yet to read all the novels, but it seems good. The opening vignette got me excited about two cool things of this game, narratively speaking. The kill guns and the satisfaction of shooting a shit ton of aliens. I remember people saying that the guns were cool, but damn, some of them just they don't feel that great to play with, yeah, man. I can see why this game took off. Okay, so yeah, the guns are cool, and it's an immersive sim that focuses entirely on combat. That has cool guns. Okay, so that's our points, right? So we'll go. Oh, do not show. It is private. Do not see my old sticky note, please. Okay, so 1. Halo is an immersive sim that focuses entirely on combat. 2. narratively speaking, the guns are cool, and you shoot aliens.
Thanks, Boomhauer.
Alright, let's keep going. Alright, this one's only 8 months ago, so they're still quite recent, this sentiment. Halo's one of those franchises I just seem to have missed on, like how some people never watch Star Wars or Game of Thrones. I've not seen any Star Wars past Episode 2 because, you know, I grew up. And I've literally never watched Game of Thrones. Like, I'm sorry, you're extremely basic. I've always thought Halo was just another one of those FPS in a world of 1,000 FPSs. Well, you're not wrong. Here's a guy decided to play Halo 3 on